Have you ever met someone who seems completely unbothered by emotions, detached from the world, almost like nothing can touch their heart? It's not because they were always like that. No, life shaped them that way. Behind that cold, stoic exterior is a story of experiences that slowly froze what was once warm. Today, we're diving deep into the devastating reality of how Sigma males, those lone wolves who walk their own path, slowly become cold-hearted over time. Trust me, this isn't just about personality, it's about survival. But before we dive in, welcome back to Alpha MANCAVE, where we explore the raw truths about self-improvement, masculinity, and the Sigma mindset. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on content that challenges your thinking. Now, let's get into it. 1. They realize the world fails to meet their standards. Sigma males have high expectations, not just for themselves, but for the world around them. In their early years, they believe in finding meaningful connections, authentic friendships, and environments that align with their values. But reality hits hard. They encounter fake people, shallow values, and systems built on mediocrity. While most people learn to settle or lower their expectations, Sigmas don't. Instead, each disappointment becomes a mental note, stacking up like cold bricks around their heart. Rather than compromise, they choose isolation, convinced the world simply can't live up to their standards. 2. They bear hidden scars from past betrayals. Sigma males rarely trust easily. When they do, it's a conscious choice because they don't invest in people lightly. But when that trust is broken, whether by a friend, family member, or romantic partner, it cuts deep. Unlike others who vent or seek closure, Sigmas bury the pain. They don't talk about it, they just learn from it. Over time, these emotional scars harden them. They become more guarded, more skeptical, and less willing to let anyone get close again. Their coldness isn't a personality trait, it's armor. 3. They struggle with shallow social norms. Small talk, office parties, forced group activities, these things feel pointless to a Sigma male. Society thrives on surface-level interactions, but Sigmas crave depth. They don't see the value in pretending to be interested just to fit in. At first, they might participate out of politeness, but eventually, it feels like a waste of time. This leads them to withdraw from social gatherings altogether, which others might interpret as arrogance or coldness. In reality, they're just tired of fake connections. 4. They push themselves to master every weakness. Self-reliance is everything to a Sigma male. The idea of depending on someone else makes them uncomfortable. So, whenever they spot a weakness, whether it's a lack of skill or emotional vulnerability, they work tirelessly to eliminate it. While this drive for self-improvement is admirable, it has a dark side. Over time, they start seeing emotions as weaknesses to be fixed, rather than natural human experiences. This mindset slowly strips away their emotional warmth, leaving behind someone who's highly disciplined but emotionally distant. 5. They analyze and reject emotional outbursts. Sigmas value control, especially emotional control. They've seen how people use emotions to manipulate others, whether it's guilt-tripping, attention-seeking, or playing the victim. To them, emotional outbursts are a sign of weakness or lack of self-discipline. As a result, they suppress their own emotions, refusing to give anyone the power to exploit them. While this keeps them in control, it also creates an emotional wall. Over time, that wall becomes so solid that even genuine feelings struggle to break through. 6. They reject partial love or shallow bonds. When it comes to relationships, Sigmas are all or nothing. They don't do casual connections or tolerate half-hearted efforts. If a friendship or romance lacks depth, respect, or intellectual compatibility, they walk away without looking back. While this protects them from toxic relationships, it also means they miss out on the natural ups and downs that help relationships grow. Their unwillingness to tolerate anything less than perfect often leaves them alone, reinforcing the cold exterior they project. 7. They shoulder people's problems until they burn out. Despite their lone wolf nature, Sigma males often become the go-to person when others need help. People are drawn to their calm, reliable presence. At first, they're willing to assist, but it doesn't take long for this to become a pattern. Eventually, they realize they're carrying everyone else's burdens without getting the same support in return. This breeds quiet resentment. Instead of expressing it, they retreat, convincing themselves that people only value them for what they can offer, not for who they are. That realization hardens their heart. 8. They consciously limit emotional bonds. For Sigmas, emotional connections are risky. They fear that opening up could lead to manipulation, disappointment, or heartbreak. So, rather than risk getting hurt, they actively limit how close they get to others. They avoid deep conversations, keep personal details to themselves, and maintain emotional distance even in relationships. Ironically, this strategy creates the very loneliness they fear, reinforcing their belief that closeness isn't worth the cost. The cycle continues, making them colder with each passing year. 9. They dismiss shallow praise and vanity. Compliments, social validation, public recognition, none of it matters to a Sigma male unless it's genuine. They see through flattery and meaningless praise, viewing it as superficial noise. While others might thrive on external validation, Sigmas remain indifferent. They care more about personal growth than public applause. This indifference to social rituals further distances them from others, making them seem cold or unapproachable, even though they're simply focused on things that actually matter to them. 10. They embrace a harsh moral code over forgiveness. Sigma males live by their own code of ethics, one that's often rigid and unforgiving. If someone crosses a line, there's no second chance. They don't believe in giving people multiple opportunities to hurt them. While society encourages forgiveness, Sigmas see it differently. To them, forgiving someone who's wronged you is like lowering your guard. Instead, they prefer to cut ties completely, never looking back. This black-and-white approach to loyalty and morality reinforces their emotional detachment, making them seem harsh or even ruthless. For Sigma males, becoming cold-hearted isn't a choice, it's a process. It's the result of betrayals, disappointments, and a relentless pursuit of self-reliance. Every scar, every lesson, every emotional wall was built for survival. But here's the truth. Beneath that cold exterior is someone who once cared deeply, who once believed in connection. The question is, did the world push him to become cold, or did he choose it to protect himself? What do you think? Do you agree with these points, or have you experienced something similar? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you found this video insightful, hit the like button and subscribe to MANCAVE for more deep dives into the Sigma male mindset. Your support keeps this community strong.